The Anzac legacy and the Anzacs themselves was so important in forging core Australian values such as camaraderie, friendship, sacrifice, which are still things that we hold close to our hearts today. So I think, yeah, it's super, super important to the Australian identity to remember what those Anzacs gave to us. There were so many amazing experiences in July, but I think if I had to pinpoint it, it would be the service and the performance in the Allenville Cemetery. It wasn't one of those huge official ones with all the official people and the regalia, but it was really emotional, quite small, really, really touching, and it was, yeah, really emotional to have that connection to the people of that town as well. So Allenville is a small town just outside of Amiens, and the fields of Allenville and the area around it were sort of used as a respite for the soldiers away from the front line at the Somme, and they came there to take a break and get a bit of a breather from the front line. There was still a lot of bloodshed and a lot of intense struggle there, but it was a bit of a safe space for them. This is from the Fields of Allenville poem that I wrote. Climb up the trees that border the road and reach up high to the sun. Soon you'll be facing the battle, young digger, and may not return when it's done. I think that when I was writing those poems, that poem and those lines specifically, I really connected to the struggle of the soldiers, and looking at all the scenery when I was there, I really felt the kind of respite that they may have had there and the kind of relief that they may have felt by not being on the front line, and whilst being there, you know, still unfortunately facing the realization that there was still a war to go back into, there was still more sacrifice to be made. I think perpetuating the Anzac legacy happens through a lot of different mediums, and I think music specifically is more poignant and more connects to audiences on a deeper level than possibly other mediums. Poetry can exist in a space by itself and have a certain effect, and so can instrumental music, but I think the combination of those two to create choral music and solo music and music that is with words and with really poignant text has a much more effective transcendence to audiences. I am super excited to be part of the Voices from the Trenches project and festival. It's going to be an incredible event. Being part of something that is going to affect not only people that I sing with, but people that I don't sing with, and people in Australia and around the world, and knowing that they may have a connection to the words that I wrote is mind-blowing. It's incredibly spectacular, and I'm really lucky that I've been given this opportunity.